y'all. Thank you for tuning in to Curve Uncensored. I'm your host, Carolyn. And check this out. I know I might be a little late, but better late than never, right? I finally got an opportunity to go and check out the trailer for Love and Marriage Huntsville, the upcoming season. And it's going to be good. They're shaking up the table a little bit. They're shaking up the cast. And so if you haven't seen it, go check it out. But before I get into the show, let's just say and note that everything I say is strictly for entertainment purposes only, nothing more, nothing less. So let's get all the way into the show. Honey, like I said, they shaking up the table a little bit. Now listen, y'all remember Destiny. Destiny was on the show, and she was a main cast for like a couple seasons, and then she went away. But I think she's coming back. And not only is she coming back, there's another lady named Sunny Minks. Now, let me tell you about Sunny. Sunny is not really new to the show, but she's new to like a cast member because she was a producer, so she was behind the scenes. She wasn't up front for us to be seen and listening to and all that. She was the girl that used to go gather all the information from the cast members so she can help put the show together so we can take a look at it and enjoy it. But child, she's going to be in front of the scenes. But let me tell you why. She's going to be in front of the cameras now. And the reason for that is she is married. Yes, I said married to this guy named Moses. And Moses used to date. He wasn't married, but he did date for a couple years Destiny, one of the cast members that Sunny would talk to and bring out her stories and get her information. Now, Destiny, sometimes she tries to put up this front, but she be really wanting a friend. You know what I'm saying? She really, really be wanting a friend because Destiny's been through some things. She done been through some things. And child, let me let you hear this interview of Sunny and her new husband, where she said she was never a side chick, but she is the main chick. And Hunter, or should I say, she is the entree.
She never confided in me about this man. She's painting this picture as though I was plotting on her man when I kept it all the way professional. Listen, cousin, you get what you put out.
We got side chicks, side dudes, side chicks, and side chicks.
I was never a side chick, baby. I'm the wife.
The beat. STL's Hip Hop and R&B, and Sunny Minks in the building. Moses in the building.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, St. Louis?
Yeah, so let's get right into it. You from St. Louis. You've been working on Huntsville for a minute. How long you been working on the show?
Well, I started producing the show back in 2020.
Okay.
2022.
2022.
Yes.
And now you on the cast of the show, so now you coming to shake things up, and like it. I seen the trailer.
Yeah.
The blog's been talking. So you know what I'm saying? You was a producer, now you in front of the camera. So how that come about?
So like this is like the first time this has ever happened, where a producer is now a cast member, a female producer, and it just happened organically. So I ended up meeting a young man, who was at the time dating a young woman that was on the show, and sometime after I stopped working on the show, we connected because we were both from St. Louis.
Okay. Oh, so you from St. Louis too?
Yes, sir.
So that was the thing. Like, even though I was in Huntsville working, he was actually from St. Louis. And so we started seeing
Did
each other.
y'all know each other like beforehand, or did y'all how that?
No, I didn't know him, but he said he kind of was familiar with me. And so
he already had been checking you out, and then he seeing you on the show, and like,
and
so Moses,
interest.
so you was with somebody already when she was working on the show, and like, okay.
Yeah, I was with another cast member of the show, Destiny, at the time when she was producing the show. And, yeah.
And I was her producer. So.
Yeah. So
had y'all met when she was producing the show?
One time we were in each other's presence.
Okay. Okay.
I met Sunny through Destiny.
Ooh.
It's messy, but it's the truth.
Because I was her producer. And this was her boyfriend at the time
Right.
that I was working on the show.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But it wasn't no kikiing going on at that time. We had just, literally, it was just, that was her guy, and that was it.
All right.
We saw each other one time.
Okay.
And then you stopped working on the show.
And then I stopped working on the show a year later. We started bumping it. When I came back to St. Louis in 23, we started seeing each other like all the time.
Intentionally or?
No, because he was friends with my family.
Okay.
So he was at family reunions. I'm like, this dude, I can't, stop seeing him. He's everywhere.
Right.
And then he was like, yo, let me get your number and get in touch with you. We can keep in touch with, talk about business and stuff, real estate. I'm like, okay, cool. And then he was like, the next time he was like, well, what's up though? Yeah. And this is how it happened. We fell in love.
And so now it's being portrayed that like this was brewing.
Yeah, see, they try to make it seem like it was doing while I was working. And it just wasn't. It was a year later. And so that's the problem for me. It's not like I was like eyeing her man. Yeah, I was like, okay, he attractive, but I kept it moving. That's somebody's man. Like, it's nothing, But, he was coming for me. He was pursuing me a year later, and I was just like,
and so now we're in a storyline.
Yeah.
And now we're a storyline, yes. Yes, child. Yes, child.
We gonna get into the storyline. We gonna get into the storyline when we come back, because we got to get into this, y'all. It's The Fix. Keep your ears locked. Yo, welcome back to The Fix. We kicking it with Sonny, Minks, and Moses. Love and Marriage, Huntsville, man. That's Aaron May the 4th. So let's just get back into it. Obviously, we left off on break. We gonna get into the storyline, but you know what I'm saying? Let's just backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
So, let's talk girl code, all right? So, Destiny accused you of breaking, like, the girl code. So, tell us, what is girl code to you and why you feel like you weren't breaking it?
I feel like, honestly, I keep girl codes with my friends.
She wasn't your friend.
No.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. No, it was like a work associate. You know what I'm saying? I was just getting to know her in terms of that. And I was really doing my job. I was a good producer. They all liked me because I was easy to talk to. They felt like they was talking to one of their homegirls.
Right.
So I think for her, the line got blurred because it's like, my job is to make you tell me stuff. And to seem
So
like
you
I'm
could put
friendly.
together the storyline.
Yeah.
And so you was getting the information. She felt
doing my
like you used that
job.
information against her to get her man.
No, but see, she didn't really talk about him like that because he never even really showed up for her on camera. So he was like a mystery man to everybody, even me, to the audience. So it wasn't like he was heavily there. I seen this man one time in person in a year. And so he was just a conversation. It was of this person. Who is this person? He never showed up. And so it wasn't like, she just pillow talking all her business with her man. It just wasn't like that.
Let's backtrack a little bit, because I know you've been behind the camera for a minute. You've been writing and producing. So how long you been in the industry, and just kind of tell us about your passion with
And how you got to the show.
Okay. I started in this industry in 2017. I was determined to make it somehow in this industry. So I started going to LA until I found a job. And then I started working for Bentley Evans, who is the creator of Martin Lawrence and Jamie Foxx show. And so that was the scripted world, which is totally different from non-scripted. It's like night and day. And so just by networking and putting my resume out there, a friend of mine looked out and he was like, yo, I can bring you on as a producer for Love and Marriage. And at the time, I had never even watched the show. And I didn't know what I was getting into, but it was a year-long project. And I loved it. I loved the cast. I loved working with everybody. And,
what's the difference between being behind the camera and being in front of the camera?
Oh, my God. It's so different because behind the camera, I'm their boss. They have to listen to me. I'm controlling everything. I'm setting everything up. But in the camera, it's like I'm right there with them. So it's like the respect level changes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't come disrespectful off camera, but on camera, they may throw some shade. I'm like, girl, hold on. I know you now. So it's a little different because it's like, you're not ready for some of the things that come when you're on camera.
Which one do you feel like you enjoy more now that you've experienced both?
Totally behind the scenes. I like being the boss. Yeah, behind the scenes because, I'm just controlling everything. It's in my control. I know what's going on. I know the plot. And when you're in camera, they don't tell you as much. You kind of you're the prey in a sense. It's like, ooh.
So, they say like reality shows can be kind of scary for relationships because they bring things out and people are talking about it, and like something y'all might have thought about on the show, we watch it a year later, y'all watch it, it's rehashing. Have you experienced that? How is that?
What do you think, babe? You think how's it for you?
It's okay for me. It's just really telling the truth. It's okay for me. It's just really telling the truth. Getting the truth out there about my wife. I don't want nobody looking at her a certain way. It is what it is. At this point, it's just we trying to set the record straight, you know. So it'll come out and doing the show.
When we come back, y'all, we gonna set the record straight. And it's the Fix, man. Sonny Minks, Love and Marriage. We be right back after this. Hey, yo, welcome back to the Fix. We still kicking it with Sonny Minks and Moses from Love and Marriage, and you know the plot been thickening if y'all been following the show. So, Destiny said that basically you was like you named the child after a name y'all came up with or something like that. What's the whole story behind that?
Oh yeah, at the beginning of our relationship, we had came up because I don't have any kids, so she had a son named Law, and I wanted to have a son named Justice, right? So I came up with a logistics company called Justice Law Logistics LLC. So I guess since the relationship was no longer, we didn't have a child together, she felt that I named the company after, but the company was already made, but she just using that to
she feel like she
have
reserves the
conversation.
rights to that name.
Well, her name ain't on no LLC.
Okay, then come on, wife.
Okay, it don't matter.
So I seen a clip. You said you wasn't a side chick. Why they thought that you was a side chick? Like, what was the whole thing like?
Because she has went back on her story. First, she said she went on a podcast, and that's what made us kind of speak out, because she went on a podcast and said that she had broken up with him 5 months before we started dating. But then she turned around and said they weren't broke up. So it's like, girl, which one is it? So now she's trying to make it sound like they was never broken up. And so that it made me a side chick because they were never officially broken up. But they had a long distance relationship, like out of sight, out of mind, child. You know?
Yeah.
Who
And
can-
it's always, the girl that didn't get chose always makes the most noise. And that's what it sounds like to me, because y'all have now gotten married. But prior to that, you were just dating her. Y'all talked marriage, but it never happened, kind of thing. So,
and they had an on and off relationship for years. And so it's like he had years to choose
if he
that
was gonna do it,
situation, and he
did.
didn't.
I didn't take your man. You lost your man.
All right, so May 4th.
That part, honey. Somebody see my side.
Big St. Louis. So May 4th, the show airs on Open Network. I know you're gonna be, repping St. Louis, standing on business. So what you want people to know about this season?
I want people to know it is so much drama. Like, if you like this type of drama, baby, tune in, because everybody got drama on the show, not just us. But a lot of people's stuff is being aired out, and we just gonna see. I'm bringing that St. Louis energy.
Period.
So yeah.
All right. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that she said she didn't take her man, she lost him? Well, Destiny don't feel that way. Destiny felt as if she met Moses, which is her husband. She met him through Destiny by her being the producer on the show. Now, you tell me about that. Do y'all think she might have been a little side piece? Now, Sonny says that Moses used to be to some of the family. They're from the same city. So he would be at some of their family reunions, and he knew some of her cousins and family. So they kept bumping up into each other, and he finally asked for her phone number, and bam, they went to the next stage in the relationship. Now, remember, I said that Sonny did meet him while she was working. Sonny said it was strictly business. She ain't cross over and take nobody, man. She can't take something that belongs to somebody else, right? That's what we saying, right? Now, Destiny don't feel that way. Destiny feel like she was a low down. I ain't gonna go there. But Destiny feel like she was trying to creep. Now, Sonny did say that he was a handsome piece of meat, but it was strictly business for her. And she met him later on after Destiny said they had broke up for several months. Now, child, I'm sure we're going to find out the nuts and bolts when the show finally hit the scene. But this is what I'm saying. It seems like Love and Marriage Huntsville between Martell and Ariana Curry's quote-unquote coleslaw, they call her. Now they trying to make Miss Nell a side chick when her husband, when she first met her husband, saying that he was married to another woman. Child, these little shows like making everybody on their thoughts. They making everybody thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Because they bringing all the trash and the skeletons out the closet. Man, it's hard to maintain a relationship on these reality TV shows. It seems like everybody just about on there gonna break up. They gonna move on. They gonna start dating each other. They gonna be creeping. They gonna doing something. I don't get it. My thing is, how do y'all feel? Do y'all think that Sonny was strictly out of line? I mean, she have like she made a good point. Do you have to get permission to date people that are not considered, boyfriends or girlfriends of a person you don't really consider a friend. That was a job for her. Yes, she met him through Destiny, but she said, Destiny, obviously, if I had Turple kind of put my own little understanding on this, she ain't have him locked down like she should have. And poor Destiny, she always seemed like when it comes to men, she just ends up with the short end of the stick. But I don't know. Sonny said they was off. They was off when she met him. And he wasn't new because she did meet him through her, but he knew her family. He knew her family. So it wasn't like she was trying to creep. She saw him just as a business person. Child, so we gonna and don't forget when, let me say that, Destiny feel like he took the name of her baby and made it part of his business. Child, petty boots. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting because I know a whole lot more gonna come out when they start filming. But y'all need to go check out the trailer because the trailer has a little interesting twist to it. It's even showing Miss Nell is starting to she's trying to bring a little spice into the show. Well, she's always been spicy, she's always been spicy, and she was one of those kind of people. She started off as like what should I say? Like a confidant, someone that's going to kind of advise that Martell and Melanie are trying to help them get their relationship on the right foot and stuff like that. But now she's kind of coming into the show and she's taking off her glove, and her and Tisha having a little few words. They're not feeling each other. So y'all got to check it out and find out where their drama is coming from, because there is drama. There is drama between, and they had a little scene in the club. Check out the trailer that Miss Nell look like she about to be ready to throw some hands.
If you felt like you had to downplay you been around me to other people, then maybe you shouldn't be around me.
Nail.
No, I'm Nail. You doing the most.
I can.
And I can too.
If we're gonna have a conversation, you stop me. Don't do that.
Don't you
do that.
A
little spicy, so you gotta check it out. But yeah, it seemed like it's gonna be interesting. I want to know, do y'all think Sonny was a side chick or not? Or do you think she was like just being messy and coming around trying to steal somebody's man? There are other men out there, but she wanted that one. So anyway, or he wanted her, should I say. But anyway, I just want to come and chat it up with y'all. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.